Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Daniel. I'm one of the crew from PeepsChat, Healthy Peeps, Healthy Chat. So basically today I would like to talk about how to help an abuse victim become a survivor. Over the past few months, you know that COVID-19 has been forcing us to stay at home due to PKB. Some are dealing with it rather well, some are not. For example, parents, which have to deal with finances and food on the table. Others have to deal with anxiety and depression. So little that we know, domestic violence cases has been increasing more and more. For example, 90 reports of domestic violence cases were reported in Selangor, and there were also an increase of 12 to 13% of cases in Pulau Pinang. So according to former EXCO Health, Women and Family Empowerment, Dr. Siti Mariam Mahmud, she said that domestic violence cases has been increased from March to April. Now, can you imagine the victim and the abuser are forced to live under the same roof? How do the victim feel having to spend more time inside, unable to reach out for help, hiding their pain in silence? And they are afraid to stand up. They are afraid of the consequences if they stand up for themselves. So what are the consequences? For example, according to a Duluth model of power and control, so they have 8 elements. So I'm just going to focus on 3. So which are threat, intimidation, and isolation. For example, threat, which is by making or carry out threats of hurting this person. For example, he said, if you tell this person, I will hurt your brother, for example. So second is intimidation, making this person afraid through action. For example, smashing stuff such as plates, glasses, to make this person not afraid of this person's aggression. And third is isolation, controlling what the person sees, what the person do, what the person reads, and even where the person goes. Basically limiting the person's involvement with the outside world. So how to recognize it? How to recognize signs of domestic abuse? Number 1, frequent physical injuries. For example, at here. If you see frequently to a person, which means they might be facing an abuse. And they will create some excuses. For example, fall down the stairs, hitting a pole, common excuse. Secondly, anxiety and depression, of course, and sudden absence from work. We see this, your friend, first colleague, suddenly are not going to work or not going to classes even. And when they go to classes, you can see their personality changes. Some person are introvert, are extrovert, becoming rather a reserved person, So if you are one of the victims of domestic violence, or you see someone you love, so whether your friends or your family members are giving out the signs such as injuries and so on, do act immediately by calling or report to NGOs or authorities that could provide assistance to them. You have to act immediately so that the abuse does not push them to the edge, which in many cases we see some lost their family members to suicides and death. Call Talian Kasih line 15999. Reach them if you need help. That's all from me. Thank you.